Good evening, one and all. It's Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey, Mac in Hamilton. And again, we're going to be live streaming the Lake Ontario Radio Club net on VE3ZOE repeater here in Hamilton, Ontario. Frequency of 443.075. And we'll stand by and wait and find out who's going to jump on the radio. There he is.
India Uniform Kilowatt, Bill and Dundas, and I'll be your host this evening for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. This net meets 5 times weekly, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays on this frequency at 7 p.m. Monday nights hosted by Chuck, and that's the accidental net, but it is associated with the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesdays, most of the time it will be me doing the net. Thursday night, it is Mac, VA3IMW, who does this net on a Simplard frequency of 446.125 at 7 p.m. So with that, I'll stand by for any time-sensitive or quick one-and-done check-ins. Come now.
VA3WPG, just a quick note. I had some company tonight, and I'm just seeing them down to the exit of my building, so I'm going to do that, and I'll be listening for the rest of the night when I get back upstairs. VA3WPG.
Okay, Chris, thanks for your check-in, and I'm glad you had some company in there, and Roger, that you'll be listening on a little bit later. So thanks a lot for checking in. Anyone else? Come now. V3IUK standing by.
V3XLQ Mobile, in and out.
V3XLQ Mobile, thanks a lot for checking in. Okay, stand by for any regular check-ins. Anybody who would like to check into Lake Ontario Radio Club Net, come now. VE3 LBI. V3 LBI, V3IUK. Good evening, Larry.
Good evening, Bill. I see Keys in there too. He just come on to the YouTube stream. So I'll just say hello to him. Had an unpleasant morning. Went outside and had a flat tire. So had to actually my neighbor give me a hand. We changed that. But we managed to find a spot open today and got the tire repaired, so it's back on the vehicle.
Very good. Yeah, unexpected. We had a power outage at this location for 4.5 hours today, so the unexpected does happen.
Oh, wow. Did you have any opportunity to work on your antenna then with the power out?
No, we'll do it tomorrow. I didn't want to keep Chris, hanging on, so we just decided to do it tomorrow. Yeah, 12 o'clock, the power went out, came back on at 2 o'clock for 10 minutes, then went back out again. It turns out that it was a transformer in this area, and they had to replace it.
Well, at least you get the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yeah, well, that's me.
Okay, Bill. Thanks for doing it. I'll listen along to your VE3. I'll be clear.
Thanks, Larry. Yep. So I sat down and I went through the manual for the RT880 and did some manual programming on it. The radio is pretty easy to operate and has a pretty good menu system on it.
Oh, no luck at getting the passwords yet? You still working for those? Waiting for those?
No, I didn't put in a request for it yet. I was going to today, and then with the power going out and then having to get some other stuff done, but we'll get to it. But it's very easy to do the manual programming, but I do want to get the password because there's a firmware upgrade for it as well.
Oh, good idea, Bill. All right, very good. All right, I'm sure there's other people waiting, so you can carry on there, and thanks again for picking me up.
Okay, Larry, thanks a lot for checking in, and have a good evening. Anyone else? Come now.
VA3CJZ.
VA3CJZ, V3IUK. Good evening, Chuck.
Hey, good evening, Bill, and all on net. A pretty lazy day today. Stayed inside. It is fairly cool.
My wife and our daughter went to a wedding, and just stayed around the house, did some chores, made some meatloaf for dinner. Turns out I did a good job. And yeah, the band conditions were a little crazy there earlier, and I understand we got hit by an M.8.2, I think, or 0.4 M-class flare. So yeah, we're gonna get several more days of poor band conditions. That's about it, Bill. Back to you.
Oh, I didn't miss out on anything today. Quick question about when you make your meatloaf. I assume you put breadcrumbs in. Do you soak your breadcrumbs?
Well, they get soaked in when I mix it all in. I also add ketchup, and so it's not too dry, and turns out good. Diced tomatoes.
Yeah, it sounds good. I don't know. It's just something I've always done. I soak my breadcrumbs before they even get mixed in, but that's just the way I've always taught to do it. So that's the way I like to do it. But yeah, diced tomatoes in there, diced peppers, mushrooms. Yeah, a lot of times meatloaf, whatever you have around, anyway.
Yeah, I tell you, if I would have had fresh mushrooms, they would have gone in there. But yeah, did some sautéed onion, and the peppers, like you said, and yeah, it turned out really good. And we got leftovers, so that way, when the wife's at work, I just cut me a slice, throw it in the microwave, and I'm good to go.
Nothing like a good meatloaf sandwich.
Absolutely. Other than that, I think we might watch the second half of the final Mission Impossible movie there tonight.
Oh, how they've really got carried away with those. How many have they done?
Oh, God, I don't know. That's a good question. I think he started in 98, 96 with the first one, so it's been almost 30 years. And usually every couple of years comes out with one, so he's got a good dozen, I'd say.
Wow. Okay. I'll have to look that up later. I'm not much of a Tom Hanks fan, but yeah, pretty successful franchise. Thanks a lot for checking in, Chuck, and have a good evening and enjoy the second half of the movie.
All right, thanks, Bill. I'll listen along.
All right, with that, anyone else? Lake Ontario Radio Club Net, come now.
VA3BT.
VA3IMW.
A couple of more fine gentlemen there, and I try not to use that term loosely. We've got Mac and Albert in there. Go ahead, Albert. How are you doing this evening?
Hey, good evening, Bill, and everybody on frequency. We're doing okay. Did a little bit of HF today, but I kind of gave up with that. The bands are just crap. Other than that, just puttered around the place here, got some cleanup done. Try to get as much as I can done over the weekend because I'm heading back out Monday morning. But other than that, just the general check-in there, Bill. We'll hand it back over to you. VA3BT.
So, am I to gather from that there's no rest for the wicked?
No. That's what keeps us out of trouble.
There you go, Albert. Well, enjoy. And yeah, pretty abysmal band conditions. Hopefully they get better. They look like they're starting to improve, and then we got hit again. But thanks a lot for checking in, and have yourself a good evening. And with that, we'll go down to Mac, VA3IMW, V3IUK. Good evening.
Well, good evening, Bill. Keep reminding myself that it's only Saturday. That's a good thing. Anyways, a nice restful day. Didn't do a whole lot outdoors. Took a trip down to the Man's Candy Store. If you don't know what that is, it's Princess Auto. And picked up a couple of spools of wire. They had it on sale, so I figured I'd stock up because sometimes you'll lose a little bit in the trees. Other than that, let's see. It's only Saturday, so Sunday tomorrow night. The sideband net. Everybody's thrilled to hear about that. Anyways. Band conditions. I got to say that 40 meters is actually working fairly well. 20 meters is still somewhat abysmal. and I guess that's because it's more susceptible to delayer absorption. And if I can't hear Rich out of Nova Scotia, I know it's a bad day. But strangely enough, Texas and some stations down there were actually coming through fairly well. So I guess it has more to do with the takeoff angle of the antenna, and perhaps the nearer stations that are. Anyways, it's all clear in my mind, but I don't know how to convey it. There's some stations in certain bands in certain areas that are working okay, and others that aren't. So, anyways, not the best. However, good to see that the solar flux index has recovered again. The number today was 157, if I recall correctly. But obviously, with the additional noise from that solar flare, I guess we're in for a bumpy ride. But more activity is good, and hopefully it'll settle down in the 180 or 190 range, and we'll be back in business making some DX contacts. Other than that, Bill, you said Tom Hanks, and I think you meant Tom Cruise. I've never been a great fan of Tom Cruise after I found out what he was involved in. The only movie I actually enjoyed when I saw it first time around was Risky Business, but then again, that's a few years ago. As far as Mission Impossible, the original TV series, that had it all. And I'm sure you've got all that stuff saved up on some kind of audio storage device. Anyways, I'll turn it back to you. Thanks for doing this one. And oh yeah, I forgot. We are live streaming. Just look up my call sign VA3IMW, scroll down to the live button, click, and there we are. Hello to Guy and everybody else who is chiming in on the chat. And thanks, Chuck, for the suggestion. I have turned on the repeat chat for replays. Yep, I'll be listening along for. Oh, geez. Yep, it's me.
Big timer.
It's me.
Anyway, yeah, I meant to say Tom Cruise, and I liked a couple of his early movies like Far and Away and Risky Business, but I find, especially the Mission Impossible movie, everything seems to surround him. Same with the Jack Reacher movies. I'm not, as I say, not a big fan of his. And Roger on the band conditions back. Let's hope they do improve, and let's hope they do improve for the 21st when we have our get together. And as far as the wire at Chris's Auto, I should get down to that candy store because I still have lusting after the tree out in the backyard here, and maybe eventually get something up in there. But you're at least with timing out the repeater, Mac. You're consistent.
Yes, sirree. Yep. I probably should have stopped 3 thoughts before, but yeah, that's it for now. Thanks again, and I'll leave my fingerprint right there.
Roger, as far as TV shows, I've got all kinds of stuff backed up. If cable and streaming ever went down, I wouldn't be lost for anything to watch.
All you need now is power.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, let's see who else would like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club. Matt, come now. It could be another abbreviated net tonight. I'm sure that with the better weather, people are out and taking advantage of it. So I'll stand by. Last call or any rechecks before I close the net. VA3IUK standing by. Okay, nothing heard. So with that, I'll thank Carrie V3 VA3IQL for the use of the repeater, and thanks to all you folks that checked in. I never did get the YouTube stream pulled up here, so thanks to any of those that checked in on YouTube as well. So it's Bill, V3IUK in Dundas, turning this repeater back to normal. I'm Chief 73 all, and have a good evening.
7-3, Bill.
Yeah, take care, Chuck.
That brings the net and the stream to a close. We'll be back here tomorrow night at the same time. 7 3s. That's how we say goodbye.